morning, dear ladies and gentlemen, dear professors and young researchers, dear guests, and dear friends from and dear friends of Central Europe. And this is not only a great honor for me to stand here at this dynamic event. I feel the hunger for scientific cooperation in the room, but it is also a realization of a dream. It is a realization, a plan put down on paper only a couple of years ago. And now we can see that this plan on paper just became a reality. It is a living community, and I welcome all the renowned senior scholars and talented junior researchers. Thank you very much for being partners in this adventure, which is called the Central European Academy, and thank you very much for coming to Budapest, and not for the first time, for many of you. You can imagine that 199 registered participants are at this conference, out of which 166 will be sitting in a panel as a speaker. So you can feel the vivid atmosphere keen for scientific cooperation. So dear colleagues, dear young researchers, be proud of yourselves because you've created something, because this is us, this is the Central European Academy. Once upon a time, actually it was less than 5 years ago, only, when we imagined a place, a scientific forum for Central European researchers in order to make the Central European legal tradition and jurisprudential achievements, which I do believe form an integral part of our common European values, to make as widely known as possible in Europe and beyond. I am European because I am Hungarian. If I was not Hungarian, I could not be European either. I think every one of us could just use this topic for each and every individual nationality. And this has been my motto throughout my European studies as a junior at the University of Miskolc and also throughout my professional career. And I also know that this statement can tell a lot about the story of the Central European Academy. Crisis situation. As you all know, the educational and the scientific programs of the CA do not intend to replace the national identities with any so-called Central European or any other European identity. Our mission is to support the European integration in a way where all participants, especially the young researchers, are reinforced in recognizing the beauty of their own national character, and at the same time to help them to respect the national specificities of others, thus facilitating a beautiful cooperation in line with mutually identified common interest and of course mutual respect. The authors and the researchers of the Academy analyze their own legal systems in an authentic way, using their own individual approach. We do not copy the approach of others. We know who we are and respectfully cooperate with each other and with others. This is the unique method of the Academy. And we established this authentic framework where every participant is treated on equal footing and also the communities that they represent. Dear friends, dear partners, if we look back to our young but very productive cooperation, we can be proud of our achievements so far. Thanks to the dozens of high-quality books, blogs, articles, and dissemination events in English language and in an open access format, the national scientific communities involved with the project of the Academy can become widely known and visible for everyone in Europe and, let's say, beyond Europe. Because at the end of the day, our goal is to determine and show our unique Central European heritage. Sometimes, to be honest, it might be a challenge for all of us. But I truly believe that with our work here, we also contribute to the enrichment of our beloved common European values. And dear ladies and gentlemen, in these days, however, we face not only intellectual challenges, but also natural ones. The current floods affecting several Central European countries are a tragic reminder how vulnerable we are to the elements and how important it is to come together in times of crisis. Now, not only as lawyers, but also as members of our communities, we have a responsibility to help one another and support those most severely affected. Hungary, as the incumbent president of the European Council, has acted, or the Council of the European Union, has acted in accordance with European interests when it activated the so-called IPCR, the Integrated Political Crisis Response Mechanism. This helps member states to coordinate the crisis response at the European level. Finally, dear friends, I would like to say thank you to those who facilitated this event, the ambitious and hard-working team of the Academy who dedicated their efforts to realize these wonderful 2 days in Budapest. Thank you very much. And also, there are some who might be thanked. I would like to thank the representatives of the University of Miskolc and, of course, the representatives of the institutional foundation of the university, because they have been constructive and supportive partners throughout the setting up and the operation of the Academy. I am grateful for their trust, and I do hope that based on the unprecedented impact, international impact, of the Central European Academy and cooperation, we can also enhance the reputation of our beloved alma mater, the University of Miskolc. I hope you just allow me this sort of local patriotism. So thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a fruitful conference.